Hello everyone, Florian here and welcome to another episode of Freedom Friday. How are you all going? Let me know in the chat if everything's working. And I've just noticed I need to adjust something right here. And we've got viewers on all three platforms, but for the best experience, you need to join us on the YouTube, on the Twitch. On the Twitch. Okay, hang on, I need to move the title card. Wait. Move him down there. Wonderful. Wonderful. How are we all going, everyone? Can you all hear me? All good? Got your Steiner coffee? Fantastic. Facebook. We've got 2 people on Facebook, 30 people, or 42 on YouTube, and we have, how many on? Wait. We've got 9 people watching on Twitch. Fantastic. How you all going? Happy Friday. Yes, thank you very much. Cheers. Cheers. Brust. Brust. How's everyone going? Let's have a look. On YouTube from Joel. Phil is going. Yes, they've got their coffee. Alan wants to reduce the working week to 4 days. What, from 7? Small business people don't have a 5-day week, mate. Come on. Just have to find a job you enjoy. And I should probably start actually recording this. There we go. Bit late for coffee. Bit late for coffee. Never too late. If you drink enough, you build up a tolerance to it. That's the trick. That's the trick right there. Okay, how are we all going? Got to pick up the fish and chips. Nice. Make sure you get extra vinegar. Did you all see that episode? What was it? Of Dad's Army, when they capture the German submariners and they're taking the orders for what type of fish and chips they want to get. It was good. It was quite good. Bottle of Cooper's Pale, fantastic. A Stein of beer, okay. Yeah, no, that's good too. That's good too. Yeah, I can't complain. I wouldn't mind a Stein of beer, guys, at all. So how's everyone's week been? Have you all had a good week? I can't believe it's already Friday. Our Bleep Bloop is laughing at Dad's Army. It was a good show. It was a good show. I'm showing my age, aren't I? Aren't I? Oh, there we go. Good coffee. Okay, how's it all going? Living the dream, mate. Living the dream. Wonderful. Good to see. Absinthe in a glass. Oh, well. Yeah, my days of misbehaving like that are long over. I can't handle it anymore. You know, you go out one night on the beers and you're off for 2 or 3 days. It gets tougher the older you get. It really does. What do we have? We've got something. Hang on. Got to have a look here. Stream alerts. Wait, 1 sec. Okay. So, 1 second, or let me just try something. Hang on. Anyway. So it's definitely been an interesting week, hasn't it? Now with the military deployed into New South Wales, I can't say anyone is at all surprised. Or are you? Here we go. Snirini. I got an ex-missus wanting cash out of me. Yep, my loss of freedom is pissing me off more. Well, yeah, that's it. Money is, you can always make more money, can't you? It's a lot easier to make more money than to have to, get your freedom back once that's taken. Because, yeah, it's not very easy to get your freedom back once they decide you don't want it. And you can always get another missus. Or, do what I do. Get the perfect one right from the get-go. I wish I could say that had anything to do with my skills other than stupid luck. So, there we go. Okay, hang on. This follower one is bugging out. Wait. So we'll test follow. Okay. What's going on here? Oh, well, that's how it is now. We'll just turn that off. Okay, there we go. Good, we got that working. There's a bit of a bug there. So, that's it. Friday night takeaway will carry the virus. Oh, come on. Don't ruin that for people. You know, Friday nights, the country's going to shit. You just want a beer. You want to sit down and watch some stupid internet rubbish and chat about stuff. Don't be telling people that they're going to get the virus from it, guys. Seriously, no. No. You just drink your beers or something and it'll kill it. Come on. It's worth the risk. It's worth the health and safety risk. So, let's see. What's Biff saying? That's why I don't get married. I don't see many benefits to it, but I'm open-minded to see what the benefits are. It's different. Honestly, well, here's the thing. You get together young, you build up a whole life together. That's kind of different to coming in at an older point where, you're both 30 and you both got houses, shit, you're already set in your ways. You build something up together and you grow old together. Sure, you annoy each other, but you're used to it. And you build up tolerance. It just becomes a nice, the nagging just becomes a nice background noise. Rachel's playing Minecraft tonight with the kids, so I can get away with it. 123 Logic is saying, when does the Sydney lockdown end? Your best guess, next year? Depends what it is. If you hate intercourse, marriage is great. No, you gotta... Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You gotta have sex when you're married. All the time, regularly. How else are we going to increase the population? Come on. It's good exercise, early in the morning. Eat lots of steak. Eat lots of steak. So, Lead Pilled is saying 2024. Other people are saying never. Christmas at the earliest. One thing that's interesting, and we'll probably look at it in the meme section that I want to look at tonight, is just the tweets from our own Premier here in Queensland. Hang on, let me see if, I'll bring that up right now. One sec. And guys, if you're not on the Discord, that's the place to share links and information and chat. Now, with people are complaining about sharing links on the YouTube. Now, I've turned off link sharing because there's so many bots that just spam every bloody comment with links, all this garbage. I'm trying to filter out all the words and all the stuff. It's just not worth it. It really isn't. It's just, hundreds, and it makes it unusable. That's why I want people that you go to the Discord. There's a platform where you can communicate with other people that are actually bothered to put the effort to be interested in what you're sharing. That's kind of why. And that's why they're turned off on Twitch as well, because it's just the bots, guys. It's just the bots. So hang on, there's one thing I wanted to share was this. Where did I put it? It was concerning about... Oh, here we go. I put it in controversial topics. Because this was a little worrying here, what our own Premier said. And we'll have a look at this one here. Anastasia Palaszczuk. Until we have the majority of our population vaccinated, these masks are our best line of defense. And this is just following our Chief Health Officer, who was also talking about using masks as a way just of compliance, or so that you're aware that you need to stay apart and all of those type of things. It just felt wrong. Bon Pop is saying, hey, not Twitch. We are on Twitch at 1080p. The YouTubers get the lower quality stream. So I'm actually piping out to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Twitch gets the best experienced. So there you go, guys. Jump over to Twitch. So yes. So I'm just looking here at some of the chats. My man F Twitch. Why don't you like Twitch? Pick who do you want your slave master to be? Amazon or Google? Pick. You want to be, one or the other. Which megacorp is going to rule over us? I mean, who would you rather as your megacorp? Would you rather Google run the country, literally, as a corporation, or, a bunch of politicians? We'll probably get real cyberpunk experience one day. 123 wants cyberpunk. At least the blurring softens your wrinkles. Nice. And Twitch buffers too much. Okay. Well, it's probably because of my dodgy internet connection here. So all of the comments, I'm just going, yep. Okay, all of the comments should be coming in, even from Facebook as well. So I'm just checking to make sure that's all working. It's a bit of a challenge here. Fantastic. Hey, Heise, the mask until vaccinated is not a fun idea. Yeah, I know. It really irks me a fair bit, to be honest. I understand the reasoning behind it, and in private spaces, or in enclosed spaces without sufficient ventilation, but outside, walking around, I think, you know, honestly, I'll go stuff it. I'll take the $200 fine. At the moment, we'll see. Or I'll just, you know, if you see the cop, you quickly pull one out, put it on there, and then take it off when they walk away. No, I mean, everyone comply with the law all the time. Do what your overlords tell you to do. Behave, comply, submit, obey, and then we'll be happy on the path to freedom. Anyway, yes, it's something I've not yet become accustomed to, and I'm finding I'm avoiding. Even as a subtle act of civil disobedience, I think more and more people will start to, you know, because today I dropped the car off mechanics. They, you know, had one sitting there, didn't bother putting it on. No one gives a crap. You know, outside. I mean, outside. Come on, in Queensland, there's what? How many cases are there? 20. We last checked. Half of them from a ship. Maybe one bogan's driven up here from New South Wales and gone to a few places. You know. Oh, thank you, Agent Smith meme, for the super chat. What's next? Hospitals not treating people who haven't been vaccinated. I mean, that's a really interesting comment you're making there, because we're starting to hear this crap. We really are starting to hear this crap. And, you know, I'll bring up this chart here and cover my face. Look at that. I'm a brilliant YouTuber here. You know, the 10 stages of genocide. And I really hope I'm being, because a viewer sent this to me. I hope I'm being, you know, overly sensitive and concerned about this. But there really does seem to be acceptable discussion, acceptable to have the us versus them discussion now. I just saw on Twitter another person blaming the fact that he couldn't see his wife because, you know, they're being held hostage by the people that don't want to get vaccinated. You're not blaming the government. No. It's those dreckige anti-vaxxers guys. And I mean, do we want to really live in an Australia like that, everyone? Do we really want to live in an Australia like that? I mean, come on. Stage 8, stage 7. No, guys, we're not that far yet. It's going to get a lot worse. I mean, come on. This is the thing. You know, we're just flirting with stage 1 now. It'll get much worse when you start hitting those other stages. It'll be the time when, you know, there's this... read Ordinary Men. Read that book. Yeah. Let's do a plug for it. Here we go. Ordinary Men. Good reads here. So I'd recommend you have a look at that book, guys. I've started going through it and I've had to put it down because it's a little confronting. You know, definitely a little confronting. Fathers not allowed to see their newborn. Yeah, make home births a thing again. But the problem with home births, Muzzle, is you got to clean up the shit, okay? It's not a clean process. It's blood, shit, stuff everywhere. Do you want to clean that up? When you're paying all this taxes? No, you don't. No one does. No one does. Notice no instructions for safe disposal of masks, biohazards. Don't you just... Yeah, they are everywhere. They're lying around. Some will disinfect it, won't it? UV radiation from the sunlight. They're using UV to clean businesses and places. At least that's my understanding. So, let's have a look. Oh, we've got a few people here in the Twitch, in the Discord. Fantastic. Hey, Robert, welcome. How you going? So. Oh, here we go. Agent Smith, thank you. Another super chat. Thank you very much. People dobbing in neighbours reminds me of World War II collaborators snitching on neighbours for extra pat of butter. Yeah, whenever anyone puts one of those things on Twitter about, you know, imagine being in the Blitz and living next to the person that wouldn't put their light on, I keep wanting to reply, Imagine living in Paris and living with a neighbor that wouldn't report, that was hiding people in their attic. Imagine that, and wouldn't report them to the police. People are. I think we're quite arrogant here in Australia to think we're so different to the past. I really think we do. We're just as stupid as they were. If anything, we're dumber now because our diets are more processed. I bet you more Australians have brain fog than they did in the 40s, did in the 20s. They would have had more fat, more butter in their diet, so their thinking would have been clearer. And they were even susceptible to radical things. So we've got no chance. Seriously. That'll be a research paper we should do. So, everyone, what I wanted to go through today, I wanted to start off with the weekly poll review. Thank you for liking the stream. That's the zombie that's coming up there from Twitch, everyone. Now, for you YouTubers, that's a gamer type of thing, because Twitch is for gaming and what is it? Hot tub streams. So, let's start by looking at some of the polls that we looked at. And you'll find these on the community tab here of the YouTube channel, or you can also, they'll probably appear on your phone, and I'll just do a refresh here. Zombies are cool. Yeah, well, there seem to be a lot of them, don't they, at the moment. So here we go. This is one I asked just a few hours ago. And this poll here was asking, would you invest in a super fund that would focus on developing Australian-made nuclear energy and using that to fuel Australian-made carbon-neutral steel? Now, this is because of the article I just looked at again, with China threatening Australian iron ore, that type of thing, the standard one that's rolled out. And since we're so dependent on iron ore, it's a big deal, guys. It really is. And for those of you, in WA that don't know, I'll just show this chart because it's so confronting. How much of your revenue of your state is coming from iron ore, guys? 24%. So, hang on. You know what I'm going to do? Wait a minute. Wait. Let's see if I can do a poll right now. Let's see if I can do a poll right now. Can I do that? Maybe in the Twitch. No, I won't. I won't figure out how to do that now. Anyway, so let's have a look at some of the comments here that people said. So Gort55, the whole nuclear debate has been hijacked by the socialist feminist and is more about complying with the false climate change narrative, the detrimental safety above freedom narrative, and the regressive back to the Stone Age is being progressive narrative. Yeah, that's pretty, feels like it, doesn't it? It really does. And, we do have, where's the Lucas Heights reactor there? And I just was looking at it. They put a new one in there in 2007, 20 megawatt reactor. How much crypto could you generate there, boys? There you go, get your crypto mining going there. But that's the only research reactor we have in Australia. So, not a big threat. It's the Chinese rulebook. China always talks big. Well, don't they have a strategy for managing the barbarians? So, I'm not overly concerned about it, but it just does highlight how dependent we are on another country with regards to one major export over there. It's a big part of, of our exports. So there are excellent nuclear options, even without any fusion options that Australia could be developing and implementing. Yeah, he's got a good point. There's new tech out there. It's a lot safer. We've got access to uranium. We should be looking at that as an option, at the very least, if we want to have a modern technological society. NetChat Domain is going, we should use the coal, produce the steel, and make consumer-grade steel products like fences, gates, house frames, windows, etc. for export. Yeah, the problem is, why do you think it's not happening here, guys? I think it's the not in my backyard crowd. I think it's our power costs are too high. I think our regulation and green tape is a pain in the ass to deal with. There are all these impediments where people will just go, you know what, stuff it. I'll buy a house and just import it with that extra money, with that extra hassle. Do you disagree? People are talking about nuclear energy is too easy to convert into bombs. So, why shouldn't we be a nuclear-armed nation? Maybe we should. We were meant to be. When they're going to arm, you know, the only reason we don't have it is because we agreed with the Americans to not get it. So, what else? What else? What's this? Please see the Pfizer leaked contact. What's that? There's something going around, a leak from Pfizer, which is like an affidavit signed by Jane Doe. I don't get it. Doesn't mean anything if it's Jane Doe. I'll have a look in the thing. A Heise hot tub stream. You know, one of the YouTubers I watch, what's his name? This rambly guy. What's his name? He's a rambler. He's a rambler. I'll try and find him. Well, he's a gamer YouTube, Hearts of Iron 4. He did like a hot tub stream making fun of the hot tub streamers, and it was such a shock seeing it appear on my YouTube feed. People thought he had a mental illness because he was making fun of it. And it was pub tests that told me there are a whole lot of blokes that do this on YouTube that make fun of the chicks doing the hot tub streams. And there's no way I'm going to do it. I can't be bothered, honestly. But I can appreciate someone, taking the shit out of a bunch of chicks doing it and probably earning more money than them too. They'd be so bitter, so bitter. So what are we looking at here? Kicking Kanga, we should become a superpower. We don't have enough people to become a superpower. That's the problem. Posted in controversial. Okay, mate, I'll have a look. So if we jump back here. So Sunrise, if it improves our balance of payments, makes good money, takes our reliance off immigration and building houses 100%, yes. Because, I mean, the thing is an option of a super fund that's just dedicated to this as their mission. So, you see the ads, not the super cult symbol or whatever. You see the ads, building Australia's future, building the nation stronger, nuclear future, proud Australia. I'm sure you could get some, old Soviet propaganda and jazz it up. That's one thing the communists did really well. They did their propaganda and their constructivist architecture. Okay. Thorium is the answer, not fusion fission. I mean, yeah, there is, but we'll have to see. We're not even researching it. The Karen 12, the advanced civilization requires to decommission a nuclear plant will not be around in 50 years' time. When this comes, it's a hazard. Okay, so they're getting really doomer there. Okay, so we won't even have the power to decommission it. How do we start, Heise? I mean, that's a good question. I wonder if there's really enough demand to do this. I mean, if you have enough money. But the thing is with nuclear, it takes about 20 years to pay off. You need to start, because here we go. We've got a good comment from Gendera Homestead. The Greens are anti-nuclear and very vocal. That's it. They're a big voting base. They can scare a whole lot of people. A lot of people don't understand nuclear energy. They don't even, I remember one woman. She was terrified. I worked with her in architectural practice. She was terrified of the microwaves and the radiation coming out of the microwave. Would never cook anything in there. Didn't understand it. Didn't understand the technology. Didn't understand that the actual dimensions or holes cut in the steel were too small for the microwaves to get out. Had no idea. She's now making a fortune selling software for hospitals, but that's completely beside the point. But the thing is, if you've got educated people with degrees at that level, not even understanding the basics of physics, how are you going to convince the masses to support nuclear energy here in Australia? And it's much easier to scare people. We've seen, look at it. Look how easy it is to scare the shit out of everyone, guys. Look at it. Fear. How can we scare the shit out of people and then use that power to get to build a nation better and not tear it down? There's a challenge. So, carbon neutral steel. Neural steel sounds like something Elon Musk must be into. Did I say neural? Maybe I did. Or neuron. Why not? We can develop super smart steel. The Greens are 98% mental illness. I think they have good intentions, and they're just like the typical Aussie voter that'll just vote for them because, she'll be right, mate. It's all good. They don't look into it to any extent. At least that's what I'm hoping. What's this? Heise says, keep clicking to accept Discord invitation. Just doesn't work. Other people having problems. Evening, pub. How are you going, mate? I hope your arm's doing better. Let's see. Discord. Try that link. Gek812. If it doesn't work, there should be one in the... Are you on your YouTube? Yeah, there should be one, another invite link down in the bottom there. And how are we doing? We got 27 people online, 217 offline. I'm trying to put a bit more effort into it. When I'm finding memes, I'm putting them all on there. You know, so it's all good. Good quality. All good? No, not really. Oh, crap. Do you get any money out of the government for it? Probably not. Oh, he's talking on another stream about his arm. You know, Pub has had the vaccine and has got issues with his arm. That's the thing that... One of the issues with this rollout, we're going to hear a lot more about complications that people are having than in the past, because there's so many of them and we've got so much access to information. Yeah, don't worry, guys. It's not COVID. That's just me not able to drink a coffee. Oh, okay. Misinformation. Call the cops. Oh, no. No. You need to post it on Reddit first. That's what you need to do. On Reddit. Report it to Reddit. So, what else do we have here? Willie C. It would obviously be under control by the government and big business, so absolutely not. Sick to death of stuffing rich pockets and seeing crumbs for it. Super straight. Nuclear power generation is not required. It's not clean and not safe. Okay. Why? See, this is the problem. Why do people not think it's safe? There is an abundance of usable energy available without splitting atoms. Come on. I'm happy to be a mod if you need one. I mod for the Durian already. I don't, okay. I don't know anything about that. Fortunately, everyone's been pretty well behaved on the Discord. You know, the only rule is don't act like a child. That's the thing, pretty much, because I don't have time. I can't put up with this shit. You know, people fighting and crap like that. But yeah, let me think about it. Let me just learn how to do it first. So here we go. I work for a chemical engineer and former GP. They told me to stay away from the vaccine. They won't touch it. He uses these chemicals in his cleaning products. What chemicals? Yeah, I mean, you use stuff in cleaning products all the time. So, Scholze. Like others have said, nuclear good, relying on acceptance and no cost overruns for retirement is super risky. There you go. RL. You had me with in-house nuclear power generation. Project Iron Boomerang, Heise, from Fluffy Nuts. Coupled with naval shipbuilding industry. I mean, it sounds like a great idea, but can you see them pulling it off? Can you see it happening? And naval shipbuilding, well, we're not really a world leader in that, are we? There might be a demand for it. Maybe we could sell some subs to the Chinese. But here's something. You know, Iran has actually a completely capable diesel sub built from everything in-house in their own country. We can't even pull that off, can we? So, what type of nuclear power, please define? That's not really important. Muzzle, super funds are nothing more than large depositories for the largest sums of wage theft in Australian history. How many people will die before this super power is made? Don't worry, mate, the wives get it then. Then the union runs funds will pocket all the cash. Australian tax cattle are unmatched on this planet and in all of human history. There are far more ways that this fat cash cow keeps getting milked to post in one comment on YouTube. Well, mate, we're not the worst. Because there you go. Denmark, Iceland, and Belgium, they're beating us. They're beating us. You know? Kicking Kanga, we can't even make a Subway sandwich right. Yeah, well, I just need to check something here. Yeah, you're right there. You're right. That's funny. We have an army of baristas to protect this country. Yep. From a power perspective, not to sound like an idealist, but one thing I like about solar is when it's coupled with battery tech, we could decentralize the grid. Mr. Blonde, have you seen what's happened in you know what? What was this? What was it? Victorian battery fire? Have you seen this one, mate? Latest in the news 2 hours ago. Tesla battery near Geelong. Tesla battery near Geelong. Tesla battery near Geelong. So, yeah, it's a little concerning. I mean, none of these things are safe. What else are we looking at here? Imagine an army of soy boys. Yeah, that's... Oh, I did a video on that ages ago. What was it? It was about comparing the... Oh, yes, that was the recruitment for the UK military. That was where it was. So, Lucas Heights rarely rates are mentioned. Yeah, it does. It's very small. And that's where I found out when I had a look at it today. Battery fire, shoddy contractor installed, methinks. Hey, Aussie. Tesla had a lot of fires lately. Yeah. Brilliant. Perhaps nuclear isn't the way to go. Well, that's battery tech. Well, it was a Tesla. Well, yeah, I mean, Tesla's, I mean, you either love Elon Musk or you've learned about Elon Musk. That's the thing. You know, that's the thing. So, Sam is going, shut up and take my money. Christoph is saying it would have to be long-term fund as nuclear does not pay off until 20 plus years, from what I've seen on YouTube. Sashwin, I would like a public investment bank like the one the Citizen Party keep harping on about. That would get things moving until the government privatizes it. I don't know if it just wouldn't be more the same. That's the thing. You're just going to have a different bunch of politicians coming in and managing everything, and bureaucrats managing it and knowing better than all of us. That's my concern with that. It's now or never. You think we should get out of the big cities. It's up to you, mate. I know other people who've got, you know, land out in the country, but then there's issues with that. Do you watch Mike Martin's? Just the problems he's having where he's moved into the country with some of the people there in these small towns. You know? Lock-picking engineer. I can't see because there are too many people, have too much time on their hands and need real jobs. Why do most of the protests happen in school holidays? I think he's posting on the wrong thing. Nuclear energy should be, at the very least, legalized. From Jeff. What, is it still illegal here in Australia? Come on. That's crazy. That's nuts. I'm just checking everything that's working here. Good. Good. Agent Smith, can't believe a word about the government from case numbers. Well, you know, the testings hasn't been withdrawn in the US and everything. I mean, it's just... They're afraid. No politician wants to be remembered, I think, as the person that allowed everything to fall apart or many people to die. That's why they're so scared. And we're such a safety culture here. Krug is making fun of my my German accent. We'll claim that. Yeah. No to the super fund. Yes to the concept of nuclear power and increasing Australian manufacturing. I'm keen to see how Woodside go with hydrogen. Thorium, maybe. I know people are dubious about solar, but it's been done in hot, dry parts of Spain. What about that, the whole Obama push for solar, and they built these huge solar plants which would use thermal energy, and they all fell apart, all of them. You know, there might be 1 or 2 square kilometers of hot, dry land in Australia, possibly. Yeah, but the problem is you got to ship the power from there. And it's the issue with solar is that, well, it doesn't run all the time, guys. Hang on, let me bring up. Here we go. We'll look at the energy market. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah, how much is all this solar? Nothing. Oh, why is it not producing anything? There we go. At least the wind farms are producing something. Oh, there we go. We're actually getting some good wind in Victoria for once. The number of times I click on this thing and they're not producing anything. But, you know, there you go. Coal plant, 116%. There you go. How are we going in Queensland here? Yeah, not too bad. Out of Ipswich, 68%. What, a cogeneration plant? Okay, 34%. Rocky Point. Burning some garbage. Oh, another super chat from Agent Smith. Thank you very much. They asked the Amish how they avoided COVID. Okay, so they said, we have no TV. Is that true? Did that actually happen? Did that actually happen? I need to look into it. You know what? Maybe I will. Hang on. I think their diet, aren't they all like super cut? You know, from building their barns. Where is it here? Yep. They suffered a lot from COVID, they're saying. Yeah, okay, so they've suffered a lot and they still won't take it. Well, I mean, that's not surprising, considering their whole culture, honestly. Well, there you go. Yeah, they're all super cut. It's the beards. It has to be the beards, lads. Just go Amish and, you know, build barns. Work out like that. Work out like that. Knowing how much carbon is required to make steel, I'd love to know how they make it carbon neutral. And I'm saying sell credits. So basically 3 cup tricks that has 0 actual carbon reduction, smoke and mirrors. That's all carbon credits are. Oh, wait a minute. What do we got here? Oh, look at this. See, we got a bot. We got a bot. Look at this bullshit. Here, let's, you know what? Let's open him on a new tab. I'm going to hide him from the channel. And, because, see this, look at this crap. You report them, and they will appear as impersonating me. They'll just change to another person they impersonate. Happens all the time. So many of these things. And you got to try and filter. If I wasn't filtering links, everything would appear. And WhatsApp, I don't even know what WhatsApp is. I'm not a teenager. So yeah, that's a huge problem on YouTube, guys. I don't know how they can deal with this. Not, you know, can't stop. Super chat from Ron. Thank you very much. Thank you for the great rant video this morning. Keep up the good work. Did I do a rant video this morning? I didn't feel like I did a rant. Which one was the rant video? It was a normal video, was it? I didn't even title a rant. Did I start ranting? Which one? Which one? Hang on, I'm just checking my channel. What did I put out? The ban the unvaccinated, that one? Or the NAB's housing prediction? Or the iron ore? But yeah, well, everything's getting me angry these days. 7-Eleven was going to install solar, but anyway, thank you very much, Ron. Appreciate it. Was going to install solar on all the 7-Elevens, but it wasn't worth it. It's only for marketing. Sometimes, you know, 1P loves the rants. One Birch last night maybe. The vaccine one. Yeah, I mean that's just. I'm hearing it more and more. Maybe that. You know what? I should make a thing on the Discord. We should look and just troll through Twitter and find all these people that are blaming the unvaxxed, holding them hostage. That's the new thing. This can't be everyone. You know. But I'm noticing subscriber numbers are falling, you know. My opinion of it, you know, having, respecting the rights of people to choose, it's not popular with some. Lewis is going, no chance, the entire country is not in my backyard. When it comes to nuclear power, and even if it somehow got off the ground, it would end up an overpriced cluster F, worse than the F-35s and French submarines combined. Come on. That would be amazing. Where do I sign up? Not concerned about the carbon status with the steel. Yeah, you do that for marketing, mate. It's just all bullshit. But we have a choice to make it in Australia. We can have high wages or high energy prices, not both. We can make or we can import. We can value add or be a quarry for multinationals to plunder. Which way? Australia. So, with the viewership of the channel, and we'll do a refresh here, 72% like, or 71% like it, and 29% don't. And I will just, if you wanna vote, guys, there's still a chance. There's still a chance. What are we looking at here? Oh, another super chat from Agent Smith. What's this? PCR test from 100,000 people get more cases. Kind of like testing 5 people, no redheads. 50K, and wow, we found 50. Yeah, it's... I have not looked into it, to be honest. I don't want to. I'm worried what I'll find. That's the thing. That's the thing. What is this? You're being suppressed, my friend? Logic is dangerous? Yeah, well... No, I don't think I'm being suppressed. I think people will subscribe for property stuff only, and I tend to just talk about a whole range of things, and, you know, it'll make them feel uncomfortable. Honestly, I think that's what it is. I think certain topics make people feel uncomfortable, so they disengage, which is fine. Everyone can do that, and people come and go. That's normal on YouTube. You know, I'm not worried about that. What else? Net chat. Blaming the unvaxxed is going to escalate through the roof, especially if we can't travel overseas until 80% is achieved. Yeah, that's what it feels like is happening. It's just blaming them, blaming them, blaming them. The us versus them. You know, that's scary. That's really scary. Kick and Kanga, great stream. Really enjoying it. Thank you very much. Here we go. If they didn't want the unvaccinated to hold the power, that's the problem. They've given all the power to those who are unvaccinated through their own inept policy decisions. Have any of you heard of, there's another Aussie YouTuber called Daily Rants. Have you heard of him? He's probably the opposite of me. He's you know, a younger dad. He's got a really good one here. Yeah, he's a vegan, though, so you got to take that into account. That's why he can't do his daily videos. Probably too tired all the time from the veganism. But I like his videos. It's good. Don't get me wrong. Check this one out. Australia 2034. Safety is more important than freedom. That's a pretty good video he just did. It's entertaining and a little dystopian view in the future. You know, I'd recommend that one, guys. And another Aussie YouTuber here that doesn't get enough attention. Agent Smith, using the military to enforce rules. Where that happened before. I mean, here's the thing. People are saying the military can't actually have any enforcement. They're just going to be there backing up the police. But it doesn't matter if they legally can't do anything unless martial law has been engaged. Just having them there and the optics of it, and even just helping the coppers out, that's going to scare a lot of people. And not just, people who have fled Lebanon or other countries and gone to Western Sydney. It's gonna really be confronting for a lot of Aussies, regardless of if it'll make a difference or not. Durando's going vegan versus carnivore. Yeah, vegan versus carnivore, and we're agreeing on things on property and this. Which, there you go. You got to overcome the differences. Just got to get him to switch to a carnivore diet, guys. That'll be it. Although with the amount of chocolate that's crept into the house lately, I can't claim carnivore at the moment. Did you ever read in the FDA withdrawing approval for the PCR testing? No, I haven't. That's something on my list, but oh crap, I'm spilling my coffee. But I haven't looked at it yet. Honestly, it's probably something I don't. I'm scared of what I'll find. To be honest, sometimes ignorance is bliss, like a whole lot of Australians seem to be experiencing, That's it. That's it. What are we looking at here? What is this? 7 points to using a safety step. It's insane. Army to control Australians. Yeah, well, that's it. That's it. Military will block roads and defer to police order officer if a problem occurs. Yeah, they probably will. We'll have to see. So yeah, check it out, guys, if you haven't. So let's have a look at the other polls that we did. And here's one. This was a bit of a cheeky one I put out. I actually shared this idea as a tweet with Martin, John, and Tarek and a few others on Twitter. And this was, should property be added as a religion on the Australian census? Because it's not on there as a religion, but it bloody well should be, shouldn't it, guys? Just, I mean, how obsessed are we with property in this country here? And 52% said yes of the 1,000 that voted. And this is a joke, guys. I'm not actually suggesting we add it to it, but you gotta laugh sometimes. Cobb Radiger 20, hello, welcome. Thanks for joining us on Twitch. Do you think property should be added on the census for your religion? And not just as other. It's virtually the state religion in this country, honestly. The protection it gets. And if you're an apostate from property, if you even criticize property, that's one of the two reasons I've gotten hate mail in my life. One, the first was we did a proposal to get rid of the city cycle thing here in Brisbane. And any of the men riding on those bicycles, bloody hell, you piss them off, they will let you know. And the second was because of property, because of my YouTube channel talking about property. There you go. So if you dare to be a property apostate, you're going to trigger them, and you're going to hear it, guys. You know, net chat domain. I'll stick with the Jedi. But haven't you seen the new videos? You know, hasn't that chick ruined it for it all? I don't know. The new Star Wars. I'm just checking down here to make sure everything's working. Beautiful. Okay. Well, let's have a look at some of the comments, guys. I'm Tiger Master. Is that your religion? Or is it because you play that the game on Thingamajig? What do you call it? The Wii. No, the other one. The other one. Switch. Oh, I'm getting old, guys. I definitely am. Property's a joke now, to be honest. More of a cult than a religion, I'd say. It's a fine line. It's a fine line. Acceleration 1, lol. People are obsessed here. You won't see that elsewhere if you live overseas. Makes me laugh all the time when I think how many rentals you can get overseas for the same price you buy one old house here, which is in need of tons of renovations. Yeah, that really pisses me off right now as I'm jackhammering up concrete and you know, pulling stuff all out. Oh yeah, yep. Oh, a super chat from Matthew. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, mate. You think property should be one of the religions on our oh shit, maybe we should try and get it happening. Property is life. Some may say it is also investment fundamentalism. Oh, I like that one. Investment fundamentalism. Why did the Australian government steal the census from the Roman Empire? Andrew wants to add COVID-19 and vaccinations to it. It kind of feels like it too, you know. I feel like it would be more accurately described as a belief system. Okay. Building the bunker. Yep. Hang on, what's this? I'm the real Rev Captain Marty. Donald Trump as Pope of Real Estate. That's a meme just waiting to happen, isn't it? Church of Real Estate. Herbert, property has always been a mark of wealth or power. Relying on and putting government in a pedestal is a religion. Yeah, he's right there. Don't forget woke as the state-sanctioned religion. Woke. Oh, woke. Wokeism. Yeah, that could be. Long live the houses. It's not just the largest Ponzi anymore. It's also a hyperinflation hedge and a savings sink. I honestly, I think if people are worried about inflation here in Australia, they're going to go into housing. I'm thinking that more and more. You know, what's the average normie going to do? They're not going to buy crypto. They're not going to put it in precious metals. Not until much later. It's going to go into housing. You know, Bill Gates has a lot of farmland. What scares me about that most is his bloody obsession with this fake meat stuff. The lab-grown meat, just more processed shit to make money. That's honestly, that's going to have long-term effects on humanity more than anything. You know? The best answer belongs to the government. We swear to serve the master of the property. We will swear on that on the property. Oops, I mean Australia. Middle Cove Motors. The Jedi and Pastafarians weren't allowed to exist tax-free. That's basically how I view religious organizations. Well, think about property with all the tax deductions people get there. Another super chat from Agent Smith. Thank you very much. I might put down mask-wearing occultist as a religion. Oh, yeah. It's concerning. It really is. I mean, the people will like wear them when they're by themselves with no one around. They'll still wear the mask. They won't just take it off. Yeah. Do people like it? Or are they that self-conscious of being ugly or gross looking? Could that be what it is? The young people. Because when you get old, you don't give a shit anymore. Honestly, you stop caring. You know, but men age like a fine wine. That's how it is. And here we go, Jenny Singleton. Regarding Australian intelligence. Oh, sorry, reading about Australia. See, there you go, my intelligence just dropped. Average Australian IQ has dropped to 98, compared to Singapore and Hong Kong, average 108. WTF. Am I allowed to? Well, there's certain biological differences between people or certain groups of people represent different IQ averages. And let's just say migrationary patterns can affect those rates. So I'll just leave it at that. I'd suggest watching some Stefan Molyneux or Jordan Peterson about it. I think one of the biggest impacts of IQ, and this is speaking from a father who has a child who is going to have a lower IQ than normal, is the foodstuffs you provide to them at a younger age. Even just having breast milk and a lot of food, and a lot of things, and a lot of fat can make a difference. 1 or 2 IQ points at the early age can help going further on. So I think a lot of it is our diet as well, denting our IQs. So yeah, that's a concern in general. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference as people hope it will. Here we go. How about science that's become a religion? It has, in a way. How many people have you met that say, trust the science or trust the scientists, and they've never done a science experiment? They never did physics, never did chemistry, never did biology at high school. How many of these kids going out there and protesting, trust the science, trust the science? They probably don't even pass science, probably didn't even do a decent, probably did maths for living, the maths where they teach you how to fill out a Centrelink form. I shouldn't say, that's going to get me in trouble. But you know what I mean. I just ate like 300 grams of salmon. Kicking Kang, I'm probably a solid 70 IQ. Well, here's one way to test it. If you can appreciate something from someone else's perspective. That's why you'll have a lot of the criminals, they won't be able to understand the harm that they've caused to another party. They're sociopaths, and they can't comprehend the damage they caused to someone else from their perspective. So if you can understand that, your IQ ain't that low. What are we looking at here? Science was once bleeding people to get the demons out. Hey, what works, reduces your blood pressure. They'll still do it now. That's a scary thought. I saw it somewhere on Reddit, an anonymous post from someone sharing the research they found with regards to criminals and IQ. So, tax exempt status then, not sure how the government would feel about that. Well, religions aren't tax exempt. Last week, I got my first place. It's Praran? 1 bedroom, under 300k. Heise, did I blow it? I don't know, Grayson. If you can afford it, if you've got the money, don't worry about it. If it crashes and you lose money on paper, who cares? You're not going to sell. If the biggest thing is if you stretch yourself too far and really stretch yourself too far and it all goes to shit and you're forced to sell, or your business goes under and you're forced to sell, or you borrow so much, way more than you can afford, and you even just have like a quarter without work because something happens, then you're forced to sell that. That'd be a problem. But if you're borrowing, and your interest is so little, even if the interest rate goes up, you go in the shits, you get trouble at home, business fails or something goes wrong, but you can still keep going. That's a little different. It's all about risk. All of this is about risk management. And this is why you need to plan to have risk yourself. This is why I'm reading this stuff about, nuggets falling over and people investing all this money and getting angry because they lost, they put 50 grand in for a crypto coin. Where's your risk management there? There's a huge bloody chance you're going to lose it in crypto. So it's all about risk management. If your income is right up there, Grayson, 300 grand for a unit, 300 grand is not much of a mortgage. If you got a mortgage of 250, you'll probably be fine. But if you're in this bloody depressed group, hang on, where is it? This. So every time I see this chart, this worries me. The difference in household income. That's the lowest one. Lowest household income here. Adjusted lowest income, $433 a week. So if you're in there, you're going to be struggling on your 300 grand loan if it all goes up. That's it. Depends on your income. I risk whenever I tune into Heise, ASIO is watching. ASIO's not watching. It'd be ASIUS. They'd be racist because I'm only one generation Australian. I had a German father. That'd be it. What's this? Hang on, here we go. Joel is telling us, I was in Nuggets paid group. Has been quite the experience watching the fallout from that. Well, let us know, why do you join that type of, to learn or to get the hints or those type of things? Because I was talking to John Adams about it, and I've seen this happen before. I've seen other crypto people get caught out or fall over. I remember Superman. He was caught in a live stream like this. He was doing a live stream, and then boom, a message appeared where someone was offering him 2 Bitcoin to shill a coin. And this is back when in the 2017s, where everyone was shilling ICO coins, going to the moon, and they were getting paid for it. And they weren't telling people they were doing it because it didn't take much to move those coins back then. It's different to the stock market, guys. So that's how I see it. That's why I'm not surprised. Is Rachel here? Is Rachel here? Hang on, let me say, hey honey, how you going? If you're here. What? Yes. There you go. Hey Rachel, thank you. Did Agent Smith give a super chat? Hang on, I've got to see. Or did he just say something? Here we go. I'll catch that. When I saw them get out of the pool puffing and panting at Tokyo, then someone shoves a mask. What? What, are you kidding? At the Olympics, after they're swimming, they're getting out of the pool and they make them wear a bloody mask. It's done for the optics. It has to be done for the optics. That's just stuffed. That's beep. Bloody hell. I need a beeper thing here. So what else are we looking at here? We'll go back to this. And everyone likes this. It's a bloody cult. Good one. Every Liberal Party will be a member with a ticket. I replied, yeah, and most Labor people too. Labor hate is more of a given on a right-leaning Aussie channel, though. Oh, this isn't a right-leaning Aussie channel. We're completely centre. We're centre-left, aren't we? Right-leaning. See, that's the thing. I was telling someone, Oh no, I mentioned it in a video and someone commented, oh wait, so I'm I'm a right winger, crazy right winger just because I watch HeiseSays. Made me laugh. So yeah, people like this one. Perhaps I'll heart this one. Ryan's going perhaps agenda. That's it. That's it there. Nice. Nice. Okay, so those are that's property, guys. That's property. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. I'm sure you'll all like this one, guys. I'm sure you'll all like this one. Do you support the deployment of the ADF to New South Wales to help enforce the lockdowns? You know. Kano is saying, my partner and I got a loan 50% more of what we could afford. Okay, I'm going to show you something right now that I just found, and I just put it on the Discord under housing affordability. Okay, and we'll look at this one here. This is just insane. Okay, international student mortgages. If you're an international student with a study permit, this is in Canada with the bloody Charizard, have 35% of a down payment, want a competitive interest rate, you can qualify for a mortgage with CIBC. Requirements, no income verification. Homes, townhouses, property must be listed on MLS. Book an appointment today. This is Canada, guys. This is Canada. So if you don't worry, don't worry. I gotta send this to Mike. Bloody hell, guys! I'm here worried about our at least it's a 35% deposit, but still, money laundering. There you go. So yeah. What else are we looking at here? Veron identifies as center left. Identifies off center. Canada is communist made manifest. You don't even need to be a citizen to vote anymore. Where did I see that? That's doing the rounds, guys. What is that? Saying you know there's no reason to be a citizen. Canada's property is as much a joke as Oz. Well, actually, I think there. Where do I have that?
Rations were shortened for the workers, but the pigs, by virtue of their brain work, were...
Oops, I didn't actually mean to share that, but you know what? We'll just put it there anyway. Got to milk that tweet. Yeah, Canada's just as bad as us. An opinion piece of the New York Times. Oh, that's just a joke. That's just a joke. You know? Well, I mean, honestly, they just get... Isn't that what happens in the US? You don't have to be a citizen to vote. They let anyone vote. They get all the illegal aliens to vote. You know, they lie to them all. So yeah, that Animal Farm. I watched that Animal Farm the other day, and I had it on. I had it on for the kids. It's probably a little too scary for the 5-year-olds and the 2-year-olds to watch. I love it. Heise love that video because there's pork in it. Yes, that's the only reason, because there's pork in it. Yeah, yep, good pig. But a bit too scary for the little kids, you know. Do I throw the census stuff in the bin, or do I make up something? Well, think about the census. It's going to be what your ancestors in District 25 in 200 years used to identify their lineage, and that may affect their position in the government-mandated social hierarchy. So you got to be careful. So, anyway, let's have a look at this one. And that was actually an accident. How fitting it always is. So, do you support the deployment of the ADF to New South Wales? Now, I want to find another poll for this on news.com because I think the majority of Australians support it. Guys, I think they will. I think we're in the minority here. I think a lot of normies, everyone, you've seen this rhetoric about blaming the anti-vaxxers. They're going to be loving this shit. And all the people on Twitter who were going, oh, what was it? Oh, Sydney, wanting it to be harder like the Melburnians, you know, they'd want this too. So, people that say yes need to something. Yes and no. Marty Jung, I'm not going to say F no. These names. I have enough trouble with real names, let alone fake names. They're there to protect us, don't force us to stay in our homes. Another brick in the wall. Going to be an interesting weekend. Break up the boredom. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens this weekend. It really is. You know? 01P, why do you believe this Wire and MSN poll? Because a lot of Australians are normies. They will only consume a little bit of the media and they'll believe everything they're fed. Look at the election results. Look at the miners. Look here in my own electorate. You know, who got in with a majority? The Labor political staffer. How many people here in the channel voted for the staffer? Like 2%? So that's the thing, everyone. You know, this is the problem if you're in an echo chamber and normal people you talk to. So, yeah. So, 22% still blind to the truth. Yep. They're using soldiers to oppress citizens and the diggers don't like it. No, because soldiers make real bad cops. Yes, they do. They make shit cops. Imagine someone... Oh, here we go. Imagine someone had told you this was going to happen in your future back in 2019. Would you believe them? Yeah, would you believe them, guys? This whole sorry exercise demonstrates the power of the government and media. They've made this acceptable to a huge number of people. It isn't anywhere near acceptable for a democratic society. You know? Jay Casp is asking, will the military be involved in tomorrow's protests? Well, you heard what the New South Wales commissioner was saying. 1,000 police ready. You know? Unarmed soldiers to be used and 1,000 cops, really? Well, this is the thing. You don't want the soldiers armed. Hong Kong 2.0. Hopefully not. I'm glad I got to see Hong Kong before all this happened. So, no, another waste of our money. Military don't have arresting powers. It's a show of force, one people should ignore. Yeah, but they're not going to. Hell, if any military approach you who isn't high-ranking, chances are he'll tell you it's a bunch of BS and he doesn't want to be there. If it's a woman, good luck. Oh, they're probably getting paid. Or it's Army Reserves. It's also possibly possible to be unlawful. The military know that would be an act of war. Think about it. Can they test for a variant? If COVID-19 infects 100 million people, how many variants are there going to be? Well, that's evolution. It's all about cases. 80-20 again. I'm from the government and I'm here to help. This us forecasting the data. What? Okay. Us a step closer to Commonwealth breaking up. We'll have to see. I don't think it will be, honestly. I think people overestimate. Normies are starting to get more. Oh, another super chat from Agent Smith. Thank you very much. 1,000 cops, so no other crimes being committed in the state then. Well, other than the acceptable crimes. The criminals will all stay home. They're all well behaved. Certainly. KL now maybe, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Outrage is going to grow with time. Netchat.com is saying, Gladys is doing what the majority of people want. If she isn't, she will lose the next election. Look at what's happened with Anastasia. Yeah, that's the thing, everyone. Protesting is the worst crime, apparently. Yeah. So this is a very bad development. It's not such a big leap to being arrested for not following COVID rules. Well, you already are being arrested for not following COVID rules. I think it is done purely to exaggerate the threat even further. From Ron, you know, it is that scary when they even need to bring in the ADF. Some 200 positive cases, minimal hospitalization rate, even less in ICU, but total knee-jerk reaction. Military shouldn't be used to help imprison its citizens. That's what third world countries do. Use them for contact tracing or logistics in the vaccine rollout. That's what they're good at. Yeah, you'd want them for that. Straightway Australian. Wake up. This is the new normal. It's going to go back to what it was in 2019. People are going to, well, they want it to come back. Net chat domain. Nobody loves lockdowns, but people want their family to be safe and not die. Uber is being used to deliver drugs. I'm not surprised. Taxis were used to deliver drugs as well. People who join the military agree to be killed in the course of their jobs. Super straight. See, this is the thing. You don't want to be encouraging violence. That's going to, well, you don't want to be doing it, guys. It's dangerous. In a multicultural society with, well, a bunch of different tribalistic groups, what will happen? North Korea is shocked by what's happening. John Smith, absolutely not. It's not their role to be on the streets. Their role is to defend from foreign threats and help local populations in extreme cases of catastrophes. But this is what people consider it as. It's an extreme case, an emergency. We didn't need the army last year. We don't need it this year. Simple. Eureka Stockade all over again. Oh, not quite. New South Wales has lost control. 22% obviously love communism. A country that deploys its military to enforce laws on its own citizenry is truly the definition of a banana republic. Next, ScoMo will announce detainment camps for offenders. Forced vaccinations applied. Well, he said there won't be forced vaccinations. But they're going to, well, they're going to make your life inconvenient, I think. So 6 hours in and your poll is showing that yet again, it's the squeaking minority that's getting their way. We're totally upside down. Well, I think it's just the audience that I have on the channel, honestly. I think we're all concerned about this. A lot of people aren't. Another super chat from Agent Smith. Goebbels said, repeat a lie often enough and people will believe it. Do we doubt him? Everyone? Australia is no longer democracy. We'll have to see at the next election. I haven't lost hope yet. I hear Israel is on to its third jab. There is talk about needing a third shot because the efficacy of it decreases to 84% after 6 months. Maybe a blessing in disguise. If there is a protest on the weekend, the police may be wary of the army and how they may respond to the police's heavy-handed tactics. That's interesting. Any normal person thinks all this is shit effery, is bullshit Australia. Let's grow a pair and move on. IDF or IDF. Stop voting for incompetent people next election. Most people don't know how to even use their preferences. That's the problem. That's what we need to encourage. Skinsky 7 is going a lifetime Pfizer subscription. Well, maybe if you throw it in with your Netflix. If you throw it in with your Netflix. It's so sad working in the disability sector, knowing what could happen, that something shall happen. Almost all clients in home care have had the shot. They've been told they're told they shall be immune when they get it, and even some that Delta is already taken care of. You're good to go. It's like a calling of the weak, disabled, and unintelligent. Well, here's the thing. As someone who has a disabled child, they are more susceptible, much more susceptible to these respiratory illnesses. We saw it. We had, what was it, rhinovirus and parainfluenza 2 or 3 go through the family. I barely noticed it. Frederick was hospitalized. Edward was hospitalized. Frederick was fine. Too many kids. I'm getting their names confused. Rachel will correct me. So that's the issue. Here we go. I can't watch you no more or mainstream news. I'm living in Thailand happy. Own my own land, free, and my family here. Watching YouTube on Australia makes me angry. I can no longer do it. I can see why people are offing themselves watching this. That's sad, Troy. But understandable. I don't know how any of the lockdown laws are anything more than pleased to understand. Liberal government is showing its true face now, both Fed and state. I don't even think this is political, honestly. A step away from martial law, which they haven't declared. I'm against this lockdown protest, but a nation's military should never be used against the general public. What are we looking at here? Okay. We're just having a bit of a thing in the stream. Autistic Simon. So I presume 20% who answered yes live in New South Wales regions not locked down, wanting to protect themselves from those evil city dwellers and their sickness. Probably. Carmen, 47, is going. It's called Get Ready for the Camps. Yeah. Shame on the 20% supporting this. So Australians, you're going to idly slip into serfdom. I think we already are. Another super chat from Agent Smith. Smallpox killed over 300 million and yet had less hysteria, no lockdowns, masks, martial law. Yeah, that's the thing. Could it be? Could it be because, I mean, we've got a different class of leaders now. We don't have the silent generation. We've got the boomers in charge and above. Could that be why? You know, they're helicopter parenting to the end. Even our recessions are helicopter parented. And our epidemics are helicopter parented. So, it's only a tactic to show who is in control. My fellow comrades would be proud. The ADF should be given the authority to shoot if legitimate orders are not followed. I'm hoping that's just a joke. Herbert, the ADF has no place in controlling Australian people. They can help with logistics, but not enforcement of any kind. There is no authority for them to do so, I think. Being an ex-member of the ADF, it's disgusting, and hope that anyone brought in to do this would conscientiously object. Riffinite, when is John Adams coming back on the show? John is, well, under martial law, on house arrest. He was telling me he's organising a office in town so he can do his recording because he can't do it at home. I think his internet was too slow, and now he's got the wife and family there. So it's that's what he was telling me. So he's setting something up, so he'll be coming back on the YouTubes, and I'm sure we'll organise another chat. We'll have to get something sorted. So he'll be back. He'll be back. Don't worry. He's still going around, doing his thing. Keep stirring up trouble. So, Adrian Bartlett, is COVID a conspiracy theory? Well, I don't think it ever was. I think the reaction is completely, it feels very disproportionate to the potential risk. So either they're not telling us something or they've just gone, have to keep doing what they're doing. So they won't lose face. Free Thought is going, climate lockdowns will be next. Well, yeah, probably will be. I can't wait for the snake's head to get cut off. It's the only way things go back to normal. We'll have to see. Customs and immigration fail when they let half of Sydney in. Now it's time for the Defence Force to sort it out. Our politicians are making mountains out of molehills, and if they actually started following real medical facts, there would not be a supposed crisis. If people want to be vaccinated, fine, but at least tell them the truth. If they don't want to get vaxxed, again, fine. There are other alternatives available. Here's the thing. Did you all see, what was it? Pauline Hanson, her comments are getting censored on the news as well because it goes against the recommendations. Robert, what a waste of resources. Imagine if they put half this much effort into real crime. We'd be basically crime free. Yeah, but we'd be living in a dystopian shithole like we are now all the time. So, Paul needed a third option. Hell no. Crazy shit. The word lockdown is a prison term. Get it through your head. This is the price we pay for the reckless actions of those illegal protesters causing case numbers to spike, from CJ. There you go. Now, I've been told if you go on the ABC Facebook website and have a look at the comments there are people calling for harsher and harsher lockdowns, harsher and harsher requirements. I made the mistake of actually going on SBS Facebook and leaving a comment and then turned into a 4-hour bloody Facebook fight. So I tend to avoid all that rubbish. But There you go. That's why I think a lot of people would love it. You know, they love it. You know what? Hang on. I'm going to reload that page. Okay. Enforcement is downward un-Australian. Has the New South Wales government become dictatorial, insisting we have to comply with their thinking? What is this government? Yeah, National Socialist or Soviet? Which version of socialism do you want? Tour of Duty Australia. I support taking the vote away from people unless they're male net taxpayers. Would that make a difference to this? If we didn't have universal voting, is that what's causing the issue? Gek812, I can't stand the ABC. I used to love it. Maybe we can see Heise uncensored. Heise gets censored live by ACS ACO. Well, you know, the channel was removed a few days ago, about a week or two ago. Suspended. I don't know what it was. I think it was because I did a video on what was it? APY lands. So, you know, there we go. Here we go. Lockdown equals more babies. Hopefully, but it's also equaling more divorces. So, send in the tanks, airstrike next. People say protest, but protests cost the system tools nothing. The system must fall. The French have the right idea with a guillotine. Military used against citizens, typical from dictators and tyrants. What the hell is going on? I feel like the march to 1984 and fast forward, our freedoms are rapidly disappearing. I honestly thought we would not get to this point for another 30 or 40 years. The powers that be are really pissed off that only 16% of the Australian public have taken the vaccine. Perhaps we should defer to Chairman Zhang. Nathan, the real virus needs to be eradicated is the CCP. Yeah, but a lot of people in China have more freedoms than us here in Australia, sadly. You know, as long as they're in complete control as per the Australian Constitution, that means the government and police are removed, the armed forces, 2 years to have elections and install a new government. Okay, he's hoping for a coup. I don't support the cops enforcing the lockdown, let alone the ADF. Al Williams, I'm an ex-member of the Defence Force, and there is no way I would have been happy being used in this way to force government policy on my fellow Australians. The problem is that when you're serving, you give away any right to personal agency and have to obey all lawful orders no matter how stupid they are. It was during my service that I first noticed the media narrative and reality were two separate things. It hit home hard because I saw blatant lies being propagated about something I had involvement in. Let's say it irreversibly destroyed my trust in the media. Also, I'm a millennial, not a COVID petrified boomer or mainstream MSN, mainstream media obeying NPC. So maybe that has something to do with my feelings that this would be extremely over the top. Okay, I will give that a heart. That's a great response there. And I'll let you go through his. So, is this a health crisis or a crime crisis? Or a Bolshevik coup? We get fooled again, the army on the streets. That's a step too far. Will they be armed? That's the question. I don't think they will be. Really, what are they signaling to us? They've lost control. We've descended into martial law. It's called martial law, sneaking in stronger and stronger until people are trapped. So, and Scenery likes the mainstream media obeying NPC. Rachel was telling me about a movie she wants to see, and it's called, hashtag extra man. It should be called hashtag NPC. It doesn't make sense. You know. So, well, there we go, guys. Mick is saying, did Sydney lock down because of the protest, mass spreader event, that in theory we should all have it soon, but how will we know? Well, yeah, remember, not all protests are created equal, everyone. I wonder if politicians would take a pay cut, $750 pay cut. Yes, I mean, I think that's a bit of, Craig stirring up some political attention, but I don't think it would make a difference. Honestly, they'll still be making enough from their investment properties. So, let's have a look at another poll. Another poll. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here's a little one. Did you invest in the Robinhood IPO? Did any of you invest in that, guys? Did any of you invest in that, or are you buying shares in it? Let's have a look at the Hood share price, because they're a fun. I mean, sure, they give free trading. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Already down. Already down. An aftermarket trade. They give free trading, but they sell the order flow to other parties. You know? So, no elbow cough. Are you talking about the Robinhood, or just in general being NPCs? I'm staying away from Robinhood. They're in a class action at the moment. Wouldn't touch it. Back pocket to the hedgies. Heise rent Braveheart and rewatch it. I wanted to watch V for Vendetta. That'd be a good one. Probably be a little concerning to watch it now, actually. You know. So staying away from Hood, and what did people say here? FM. I prefer to earn my living by doing something useful. From Cinema Ipswich. When their app failed and when customers could not trade out and lost millions of dollars, thus their fate was sealed. A digital asset guy, I wouldn't feel right investing in a company that sells its users' data to enable their parent company to front run its users. You know. Not from their CEO's behavior with the GameStop saga. So there are a lot of people that are frustrated with it. Yogi Bear, V for Vendetta is a COVID-19 playbook. It feels like it, doesn't it? I'm seriously not a fan of how Robinhood runs their service. They're basically criminals as far as I'm concerned. The way they treat their retail customers is not fair at all. I mean, it's crazy, some of the products and things they're pushing on their customers. Like with the options and all the stuff. And I know people do it. People make money on it. But Wall Street Bets, there's a YouTuber that does like clips of all of these people doing real like losing a fortune. The Wall Street Bets fear. No, got spooked by Nuggets News and others. On principle, could never do it. What a slimy investment vehicle they are. Muzzle's asking, what does it invest? Read the founders' bios. One has the brains, the other has the connections. Based on that, it could go ballistic, regardless of perceptions or how good the company is or not. Connections trump everything. Don't get hoodwinked. Too soon, let the new people go. I will watch the charts and see. This will catch a lot of new investors out, in my opinion. So much later or no. So maybe later or no. Yes, you got to watch it. F them. Absolutely not horrible company. Never deal with a guy in tights. Rob from the poor to give to the rich. So a few people are watching. Most people haven't. And we can see here, of the 1,500 people that have voted here, 3% said yes, 97% said no, not getting into it. So we'll have to see. So then, here we go. Here's one I'm sure everyone will support. Do you support the introduction of vaccine passports to allow the vaccinated to attend sporting or cultural events? Because this is one to watch. Because, well, they don't need to do vaccine passports. Just print out your Medicare, form. 17% said yes, 3,100. 83% said no. There was a poll on YouTube, on news.com, which is about 60% saying yes. So, Jojo Sparrow, the Prime Minister, said today, 30th of July, they will provide people with more privilege if they have had 2 jabs. And there is a plan A, B, and C to do with the percentage of population relating to the fun, relaxing the fun. Yeah, that's the concern. Go and find some videos featuring, okay, I don't know who that is. The jab didn't stop you getting or spreading CV. Yep. Don't you need to rewrite the Constitution to introduce vaccine passports? To do that, you need to hold a referendum. This is criminal behavior by criminal politicians. Pfizer announced 45 billion profits today. Well, yeah, of course. I don't know why anyone's surprised. Did you buy the shares when they crashed before the pandemic? It's more than just worrying about going to watch sports. UBI will be next if we do nothing. And there'll be a lot of people that would love UBI. They're calling for it. You know? Vax passports are coming, you think? Industry groups were talking about only allowing jabbed people into cafes today. That was a, what was it? Deliveroo survey. We looked at that in a video. But there's restaurateurs that are scared. You can't blame them, guys. Their businesses are screwed. No vax, no home ownership. Or maybe, you know what it'd be? The banks would charge you a higher interest rate because you're at risk of dying if you don't have it. Oh, there we go. Shit. That'd work. That'd work too. What do you reckon? You know. So, oh, thank you for following on YouTube, guys. Thank you very much, Rocky. You know, on the Twitch, okay, so only 17% so far who are absolutely dumb Fs. Have no idea what true freedom looks like. I thought Papers, Please ended in the 1980s. I need to do a Let's Play of Papers, Please, just to prepare for the future in Australia, if you haven't played it. Last night I watched the movie The Killing Fields. The film has eerie echoes of what totalitarian left in society has been saying for the last few years. And it's also been seen here in the comments. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. You know what? Let's play the clip.
Plentifully provided for.
There we go. There we go. That's overloading the GPU when I do it. They ain't working these days. New studies suggest vax are incubators. We'll have to see. Yes, if the venue only wants vax people, that's their right. Well, that's the argument. Do you want to have a society where people can discriminate against everything then? I don't understand the problem. If you're vaccinated, you should be in a safer place than me, so why are you still scared? Well, if they implement them, I propose peaceful protests by sewing yellow stars on our clothes. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. 17% are submissive. The only cultural event you would go to is the Whinge Fest. All conspiracy theories knew about the global plan long ago. If anyone thinks vaccination will help them cover this fake pandemic, we'll have to see. I have 2 doses of AstraZeneca vaccine, but I will try to avoid mass gatherings until more than 80% of the population become immune to COVID, either from vaccine or from COVID itself. Okay. So he's scared. The empire has collapsed. When you give up your rights, you give up your voice. When you give up your freedom, you give up your thinking for yourself, and let the government do the thinking for you. And what you're left with is socialism. Boycott all businesses that demand passports. It's gonna be concerning. If it will happen, it'll come from the government. You know. Totally against this idea. They can use both sides of every database. The one guy I know that has had it looks like he's sick. Absolutely not. Did the Germans ask? Yeah. We need to look back through history, guys. It's all good unless you disagree. Disturbing. Yeah. That's the thing. It's all good unless you disagreed. Someone upgraded to a non-smartphone. I mean, are we meant to scan in Queensland? I mean, I always scan in everywhere I go. 100%, all the time. The thing is, as a business owner, what will you do if your staff don't want to get the vaccine? You know? The thing is, the business owners can get fined. If you don't scan in somewhere and they catch you and then fine the business owner, are they going to? Can they sue you? Or how would you feel if they get a $16,000 fine? It's all bullshit. That's the thing. We can have a look here. I just pretend to be a BLM activist. Medical tyranny. So yeah, no one is happy with this idea. 2 days ago, 3,100 votes. Let's have a look. Oh, this was an interesting one. Are you aware that being overweight and obese increases your risk of hospitalization with COVID? If yes, please explain how you learnt about it in the comments, because I haven't seen anything in the mainstream media about it. I would hope there'd be an advertising campaign highlighting the fact that that increases your risk. Remember when we had all those scary AIDS ads back in the 80s? All of that. And you know what? Hang on, I'm changing a setting. There we go. When we had all of those scary AIDS ads. Do you guys remember those? They terrified me as a kid. Where are those for this? You know, being obese increases your hospitalization chance by 40%. You know, find out here how to lose weight. That's why isn't the government pushing that? That's the thing. So, Peak Prosperity Channel. Tom is going, it's common sense. Andrew Church, overweight doesn't help with any disease. Yep. Muzzle Flash, I was unable to agree or disagree with this poll until Koch's postulates have been performed and documented alongside the CDC. Okay, well, I'll let you do that. Good health is the slowest way to die. Functionally, being overweight helps morbidity. Of course, who wouldn't know that? Well, a lot of people don't. Yes, but hospitalization with COVID just means you're vaguely unwell. It's obvious, but Dr. Chris does source some great information. Epoch Times. I learned this from that Florian.Heise guy. Sugar, obesity, stress. I learned it from alternative media because it applies all diseases to some degree. So, well, yeah, it really does, doesn't it? Peak Prosperity covers the actual CDC data on this. Yeah. From the alternative media. Best conspiracy theory channels. Because it's out there. There's papers published on this. Hi, what are your pronouns? What are my pronouns? What can I pick? Just call me King. I like that. That's my pronoun. That'll be good. I can actually give you the reason. When you're obese, your glutathione levels drop. The same thing happens with age. It's a powerful antioxidant, very important for oxidative stress. Or you just don't eat oxidants, you know. I learned this last year. Fox News told me because lockdowns have maybe put on weight. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. Mask and vax. Why not exercise and vitamins? Well, you know, I'd say exercise and steak, you know, because most of the vitamins people eat are all just non-bioavailable garbage. It's all a big con, the pill popping, you know. Honestly. Get some good liver into you. So, yeah, it's interesting. Most people heard it from the alternative media and from YouTube. Nothing from the mainstream. You know, nothing from the mainstream. And here we have. Here's a one. Does the government have a duty of care to take care of people it forces into lockdown? And, you know, on this channel, 2,400 people voted, 90% said yes, and 10% said no. Here we go. People are saying vitamin D, cod liver oil. No, you don't want to have cod liver oil. Rachel's read a book on it. They've done tests on it. There's a whole, I think Dr. Barry was looking at it. All that fish oil stuff, it's already rancid by the time you eat it. All the time. It just doesn't last. And you got to actually eat the fish to get the vitamins, one of the nutrients from it. So we'll have a look here. So 90% said yes, 10% said no. They should not be in lockdown in the first place. If the government is going to pay, I'll take the money, but it continues to function even during lockdown, so I keep busy. Wrong question, Heise. If we all agree they do, then that plays in their agenda of universal basic income. Has there really been much discussion of universal basic income? Freedom is asking why. Rachel, can you share in the chat that video, if you know it? That showed that one there where they did all the tests on the cod liver oil, all the fish oils and that type of stuff. Locking everyone down is illegal. Does it matter? No, because the government will do what it wants. The duty of care should be involve paying They're being paid a pay cut to 75%. Love lockdown. Just writing on non-consumption, frugality, financial management, worked on personal development, enjoyed the rest. Didn't work for a month as a nurse, took a holiday. Not getting involved in all this nonsense. Oh, from Karen. Okay. We need to lock down the whole government. The government broke the social contract years ago. So yes. What's this? There will be more discussions when people have lost their jobs, businesses, and depend on handouts. Yeah, probably. Probably. The word lockdown is a prison term. Yep, you're right, Nick. You're right. So, and I think this was the last. Oh, wait, no. The last two. Okay, and this one was a joke. If Sydney lockdowns until Christmas, how do you think housing will surge? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%. Yeah, this is a joke. Some people took it serious. That's funny. Here we go. 101p. My dad slapped me so hard when I asked if I could have youth allowance. My ear stopped ringing last week. No free money, Dad said. He'd take it from me if I had it. What UBI? There you go. There you go. Heise, do you want to join my Skullhead metal band? I'm not very musical. But why not? You know? Have to... Oh, what is it? What did I like? Yeah, the Rammstein. Rammstein's good. You know? Some of the death... all the Scandinavian operatic death metal. Nightwish. Maybe I'm showing my age. You know? But there... We'll have to see. So, what it was. Wow, the stream's still going. Hey, 1, 2, 3 Logic. Yeah, it is. Yep, we're going through all the polls. We've got one more poll to go, and then I wanted to look at some memes. So, what was the one we want to look at? This one here. Do you know anyone who's been fired by the protest? Now, this was simply because, remember that teacher at the private school who got fired, lost his job? Du hast, ja. Du hast mich gefragt. Yeah. I'm not going to sing. I'm not drinking enough rum. We get you on the vocals. Oh, boy. Yeah, that destroys your bloody throat. Destroys your throat. No way. I know people that did it. Mates that did a band. And oh, yeah. So, 8% said yes. 92% said no. I wonder how many of them just knew the person in the article. The London, Ontario nurse who protested against COVID lockdowns was terminated. When I was working in Hong Kong, Cathay Pacific fired 4 staff because they were involved in the widespread protests there. IR Libertarian. The not so funny part is that these people are standing up for everyone's civil rights and liberties, including the drongos who have no effing clue what's really going on in the world. Yeah, you're right. Here we go. Does the stream require another coffee? It probably does, but I'm running out. I'm too far away from the house right now. Citizens on their knees. My friend was investigated for flying in the area in January. Hope it doesn't work. Put the name up on social media. Yep. My friend was fired from his position as a nurse, shift organizer in the Sydney region. They said it was due to other reasons, but he said it was first shift after being detained for protesting freedom. Completely disgraceful, unjust firing. Yeah, they're always going to find someone else. They're always going to find someone else, aren't they, guys? You can't stop the metal. You can't stop the metal. I've got to get my Rammstein CDs, guys. You know, I don't even have a CD player in any computer or anything anymore. I couldn't. If I wanted to play a CD, I got to connect my portable one, or I can't play it at home. You can't play Rammstein for the kids. You know. Maybe I should. Nobody, nothing, communism. Stephen Dixon. Amused by people saying good, etc. about the arrests and firings. People saying that should be banned from voting. Unions, any type of politics at any level. They should be sent to re-education camps and protested. Or maybe we just make voting voluntary. Oh! Tool is better than Rammstein. Oh, boy, I haven't listened to them in so long. Yep. Echo, echo, don't know protesters. People are like buffalo, getting picked off by lions. Yes or no? Yes, elaborate, no. Okay. Sonia. They're all unemployed anyways. Jokes. Yeah, she's picky. That's the thing you hear from people. They're saying, oh, it's just a bunch of unemployed bludgers. But it's not. It's normal people. A lot of it is normal people protesting that are just getting screwed over. What happened when the BLM rallies happened in Australia a little bit ago? Did they get fined? No, they didn't. Not for protesting at a rally, but I know several people in nursing and also aged care who've had ultimatums and enormous pressure put on them to get the vaccine. Sounds like a job worth losing, to be honest. Yes, I was researching COVID in the early months in China, and it became apparent quite quickly that obesity... Okay, wrong, Paul. Can I fire my employees for not protesting? Oh, there you go. There's an interesting one. I know people who've been fired for speaking up, doctors, license suspended for questioning the narrative, but not for protesting. I would tell these Fry Corps to isolate for 14 days and get tested if they worked for me and report them. No, but total collapse is not far off. I think they keep saying that there over and over again. I was sacked for refusing to wear a mask. As a registered nurse, I feel it's only a matter of time before I'm forced to have what is essentially a vaccine that skipped phase 3 trials and went straight to human trials. Many of the older workers on my ward, late 50s and 60s, have said they will retire as early as they don't want to take the shot. I'm not an anti-vaxxer at all. I've probably had more shots than the general public have. I do have a thing with untested vaccines, though. This is from a nurse. I don't know what has happened to this country anymore. I sit here reminiscing about how good the late 90s and early 2000s were, and sigh frustratingly. So it will be papers, please, for proof of vaccination. Remember, folks, vaccination does not provide immunity to enter anywhere. All government is corrupt, as AF. It's so blatant, they don't even try to hide it anymore. We're all overworked, underpaid, overtaxed, and well... We're all just well and truly over all this bullshit. Sigh. I'll give you half of that one, mate. You deserve it there. And I think we just got a super chat. Gek812. Those overweight have 20% better outcomes than normal weight when obesity risk factors increase dramatically. P.S. would not have got fired of the BLM protest. Yes. There you go. So what overweight have better outcomes than normal weight when obesity risk factors increase? Okay, overweight to obesity. Can you explain that a bit more? What's that? You mentioned Rammstein and the stream lit up. Well, maybe I should do a poll. Hang on. How do I do a poll here? Let's do a poll. Okay. This is on YouTube, guys, because I can't do it on things. Okay, hang on. Let me get my spelling right. Okay. Okay, there we go. So I've just added a poll to the chat on the YouTube, guys. Rammstein or Tool? Let me know. Or POD, should we put that there? Okay, Tool so far 67%, Rammstein's 33% with 6 votes. Okay, we'll see how that one goes, guys. We'll see how that one goes. Hang on. Oh, we're neck and neck with 12 votes. Come on, guys. Let's see how it goes. Keep going. So, I fired myself when I discovered I was a secret QAnon. So, there we go. And that's the poll reviews for the week, everyone. We just got this other one here going. What else? What about the metal band Halloween? Now, there is a good German metal band. I'm not that up to date with it. I'll put, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll put a thing on the Discord. Music. There we go. We got a music channel. So people can share and I can discover new music bands. There we go. So if you haven't joined the Discord, guys, jump on it and have a look. Oh, Rammstein's at 54%, Tools at 46%. Come on. They're old school, not new. Okay, cool. Well, I'll look into it. I'll look into it. So, now I wanted to do a little bit of a Discord meme review, guys. So let's have a look here at some of the memes on the Discord. And you can add more new memes, everyone. And we'll have a look at some of these. We'll just scroll up here. Scroll up here, and we've got a bit of variety here. A bit of variety. Okay, and this was, boom. Okay. We're going. Good, good, good. So here, after 3 years of 60-hour weeks and massive losses, your business finally breaks even. And there we got the ATO heavily breathing. I had to add that one. I had to add that one. So what do we have here? Use fear of control behavior in COVID crisis was totalitarianism, admitted scientists. Members of scientific pandemic influenza group on behavioral express regret about unethical methods. And we got the good old South Park there. And we've got a super chat from Yogi. Knock, knock. It's the police. I'm here free thinking and logic. That is not allowed. Slave, I mean citizen. There you go. Thank you very much for that one, Yogi. Appreciate it. And the poll is still going, guys. And we've got Rammstein at 53%. There we go. Praising the government for reopening the country is like thanking the abuser when they stop beating you. Here from UQ. Me waiting for the common sense variant to spread. Here we go. I like this one. This is one I shared. If a company has profits, that money should be shared equally among the workers. And then the response is, if a company has losses, that debt should be shared equally among all the workers. And, well, the communist NPC gets angry. Here we go, reading the book. Corporations control the government, so we need more government to regulate the corporations. I like this one. I think I showed this last week. F capitalism, Blue Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, selling the t-shirts for $30. Government thinking of new ways to tax citizens. We can have a look at that. Super advanced, putting all the effort in. Hang on, that's your chat stream coming up there. Government using taxes to help citizens. Oh, this one I thought this one was really good. 10 years from now, you'll put on a jacket and find a mask in the pocket. Oh man, that was a weird year. You'll chuckle to yourself. Then you'll pick up your machete and continue across the wastelands, keeping to the shadows to avoid the roving gangs of cannibal raiders. There you go, guys. That's the future we're waiting for. How to tell you I'm in a how to say you're in a cult without telling me you're in a cult. Yep. Oh, I thought this one was quite funny. My granddad fought hard in World War II, and I think he'd be proud of what the Tories have done to Britain. Mind you, he was in the SS. This is evidence. Inflation isn't real, guys. 16 ounces of grapes, 2008, $6.50, the same. 16 ounces of grapes, 2021, $300. You know, there you go. No inflation. Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good. What's this? Jackboot. You cannot comply your way out of tyranny. So, step 1, all scientists agree. Step 2, here's a scientist that doesn't agree. Step 3, censored. Step 4, all scientists agree. It feels like that, doesn't it? One of the things is the replication issues that they're having, repeating scientists. Just wear the masks, Heise. Yeah, I need to get a full like Bane mask. Do it properly, you know. Freedom Domain, that's my favorite so far. So, what's this one? Every single one of those anti-lockdown protesters will be caught and punished. Just like those BLM protesters that breached health orders. They were punished, right? This one's doing the rounds. It's probably getting more action than the original movie. Me buying what I think is the dip. Yeah, that's it. Oh, you have to... Freedom Tomb's Dr. Fauci Senate hearing anyway. This one I thought was really good for all the parents out there. The Walt Disney Company is the second largest purchaser of explosive devices right behind the US Department of Defense. It's a surprise tool that will help us later. You know, if you know that they show when they're, you know, the special tool that will help us later. I wonder if that's true. Oh, be like Darth Vader, wears a mask, doesn't visit his son and daughters, socially and emotionally distanced, follows orders. There you go, guys. There you go. Be like Darth. 5 reasons to leave. 5 reasons to leave home. Move to Queensland, move to NT, move to West Australia, move to New South Wales, move to Tasmania. Probably not move to New South Wales anymore. Oh, here we go. Hey, neighbor. Yeah. Did you hear about the Delta variant? Me reaching for the hot, freshly baked cookies. My mum. Give them a moment. For Pete's sake, me. By nightfall, these hills will be swarming with siblings. Yeah, I think that's the future, the life my children are experiencing. Very different to me as only child. Up the stairs we go, and then a tunnel. Turns out you can have a big deadlift and no spine. Yeah, what's Jackboot shared? Capitol Police officer says even in Gen 6 armed with pens, that makes an armed insurrection. Oh, come on. That's just nuts. Inflation is at 3.8%. We're getting 3.8% or more wage growth, right? Right? So... this was kind of a nice one, I think. Finally, a wage cuck job after years of being a NEET. Furniture warehouse position where I basically just move mattresses around. Work is only 2 to 3 hours, 8 hours a day. Most of the time it's just warehouse guys hanging out and talking. You guys lied. 25-year-old that finally got a job. What do we have here? Scroll down. What's this? I'm proud to be a woman. Good for you. I'm proud to be a man. Well... being pro-communist is basically a sociopath test. Someone who hears over 100 million stored and replies, yeah, but, boom, total sociopath. Here we go. Why do you need privacy? Nothing to hide from the state. Agreed. Which is why I'm leaking these government files online. What do we have here? I'm trying to keep stuff I can show online. I'm probably breaking all the rules. Here's a good one from Babylon B. 15-year-old boys soccer team demands equal pay for beating US women's team. And... oh, this one's good. 2,000 miles. Isn't that much, honestly. I could drive that much in a day. If you drove a steady 75 miles per hour without even slowing down or stopping, it would take you 26 hours to drive 2,000 miles. More than a day. Well, assuming you're correct, then let's suppose that I didn't sleep to have more time in a day, then I could probably make it. And what are your sources for your data? Source, 2,000 divided by 75 equals 26.66. It's called maths. You should try it sometime. Well, I'm not sure if I agree, but okay. It's the problem, guys. This is the problem. Germany plans to force people who won't quarantine into camps. That can't be real. We'll have to look into that. See, these are art. Oh, shit. Shit. It'll be a long Christmas, guys. It will be a long Christmas. So there we go, everyone. That's the meme reviews for the Discord channel. Thank you for the people who shared memes on there. Please continue to do that. So now it's probably winding up. We've nearly been going for 2 hours. Are there any questions or things you want to discuss? No QR, no chimney. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Communism will work this time. I'm sure it will. You know, I'm sure it will. Maths is hard. Oh, not if you do it enough. It's good fun. Hang on, where did we... Imagine trying to appeal to people's rationality versus their team allegiance. Yeah, that's... yeah. Would the QR system freak out if we all checked in at our houses? Good point, pub. Blow the system. Brown shirts are back in fashion. Great stream from... thank you, Kicking. Appreciate it. How do you prepare your steak? Cook it in tallow with salt, really? Oh, you all want to check in at my house? No way. No way. What's your favorite cheese? At the moment, I'm eating a whole lot of cottage cheese, and I'm wrapping it up in salami and calling it sushi to the children. It's really good. I'm going to go have some now after this. I'm not doing OMAD. Failing at that. Communism only fails because of corruption. Yeah, that's funny that. No, I'm sure in the perfect society it'll work. Yeah. Favorite beer? 1, 2, 3 logic. Erdinger at the moment. Good old Erdinger. So I need to organize that meetup at the German Club. I should probably do it quick. You know, while we still can. You know? How high would taxes be to need to relocate? Oh, we can't relocate. We're too embedded. For us, too many kids. You know, eventually when we get this place sorted, then we'll look at getting something else a bit further out. But, you know. Oh, but when communism's done right. Oh, I'm sure it will be. Sure it will be this time. You know, what's a few 100 million people between friends? The only thing you can count on is people's greed. That's what you can count on. That's why capitalism works. People will find a way. They'll sell any stupid bloody product, provide any stupid service to make money, and then they'll spend that money. People get jealous of rich people. That's a bit, you know, that's a problem. Shit happens. You know, that's why there's so much stupid crap you can buy, because the market provides. That's why there'll be food. They'll find ways to get food. You know, there's no incentive in a communist or socialist society. Gek 182. Add fire junkies. It may not be a bad thing necessarily. Okay. Oh, you're talking about your own conversation, and I don't know what's going on there. All good. How much do politicians count on people being too embedded in their particular situations? Well, think about it here in Australia. That's why they want to keep pumping the housing. Everyone's happy. They want to keep them in lockdown. So how are we going on all the streams? Also, we've still got 2 people on Facebook, 92 on YouTube, and 16 on Twitch. Fantastic. Can someone vote Tool to make the poll 50-50? Maybe I should end the poll now. So we're sitting at Tool 48% and Rammstein at 52%. And I think, okay, we'll end it there. There we go. So Rammstein won. Fantastic. I like them both anyway. You know. Andrew's watching from Australia. How you going, mate? Most of the I think 80% of the audience is Australian on the channel. Yeah. Won't rock the boat. People don't want to. SBS Junkie, how do I vote? It's on the YouTube. I can't figure out how to do one on Twitch. Maybe, hang on. How do I do a poll on Twitch? How do I poll on Twitch? Users in chat, pop out. Chat settings. I gotta figure out how to do it. Do I do it here? Oh boy. Nope, sorry. I'll figure out how to do it before the stream. Straw poll. Yeah. Rammstein or Tool. Give me the options. Rammstein or Tool, pub. That was it. Question was, who is the best? Rammstein or Tool? The YouTubers prefer Rammstein. We'll have to see how the Twitch crowd, what they prefer. Which flavor of you know. Discord says the link is invalid. Okay. Well, what is this? The one you've clicked on the YouTube link? On the YouTube link? Oh, this one here. Hang on. Let me know if that link doesn't work. Okay, I just shared one in the chat. Let me know if that one works. You can see it there. It'll come up. I put it on YouTube and on Twitch. Okay, fantastic. The current poll. We've got one vote for Tool. I'm not going to vote. Come on, Twitchies. Twitch people, let's vote. Yes, sir, 1970 doesn't know who they are. Or you have to look them up. Have to look up both of them. It's not something to play in front of the kids, honestly. Oh, Tools at 67%. Tasmania among the best places to survive global societal collapse. New study finds. Seems like it. Certainly seems like it. Well, guys, you know what? I'll vote. I'll vote here. There we go. Thank you all for joining. If there are any more questions, let us know. Otherwise, I think that's the episode for tonight. I'm getting pretty tired. Oh, the Discord link didn't work for me again. Maybe I'll try again next time. Hang on, let me invite people here. Okay, hang on. Try that one. I just made one right now. Try that one there. Paul was all... Oh, 4-4. Rammstein and Tool. Guys. What's this? Explaining the phases? What's this about? What phase? I'm too tired. Net chat. Oh. When will Brisbane get locked down again? I don't know. We'll have to see. There was some guy going around up here with it. We'll have to see. So let us know if you've if that link is working, guys. No Christmas this year. Thank you very much, Kicks. Well, guys, thank you all for joining and keeping me company here. I'm going to go, what's this? The recent PM speech. Confusion on the phases. Oh, great. Okay. Yeah. Bugger. Okay, we'll have a look at that. Did someone just get here? Tired man, not very tech suave. Yeah. Oh, tried man. Is the link working for Thingamajig? Thanks for the stream. You know what I should do? What I want to do? I might do another one. I want to do a stream. Probably not tonight. Maybe another night, just in the middle of the week. I'll probably just do it on Twitch, where I just play Papers, Please. I think I just want to do it just to prepare for the future. You know. Okay. All good. Oh, good luck. Anyway, guys, take care. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you later. Bye for now. I'm going to go and make some good old homemade sushi with salami and feta cheese. All good. How do I do this? I'm really tired. See you guys.